Introductions for our next contest will take place once both champion and challenger have entered the ring.
This is the second match of this hour of NWL TV. And folks, let me tell you, it doesn't get better than this. King versus King, and the NWL Championship is at stake.
And here he is, Eddie Kingston coming back. And you know what? I don't think he has a shot against Jeremy Wyatt. Yes, this guy's from the streets. He's tough from New York. He's about to beat the cameraman up. But I don't know if he's been in the ring with the likes of someone like Jeremy Wyatt, who continues to peak every year of his career.
Fans have really taken to the Mad King since his first match here in the NWL versus Leo Howley. There you hear the fans chanting Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. And it may be because they hate the NWL champion so much, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
The king of Kansas City, the Monarch, the king of the Midwest, soon to be the king of the United States, Jeremy Wyatt. And it's going to be an interesting clash of styles here, Ben, because as you know, Eddie Kingston knows how to wrestle, but also a big-time brawler as well. Jeremy Wyatt, he's a finesse guy, but I've seen him go head-to-head with the likes of Michael Strider and many other people who can just basically beat up anybody in the country. So, I don't know. Hey, we'll see how these two mesh.
Definitely a clash of styles here. And like I said, this is the Mad King versus the Monarch. And let's throw it to Midnight Guthrie for the championship introductions. Great. Come on, Midnight.
Take his robe off, Midnight. That's your first job. This guy makes Larry Nelson look good.
Wrestling fans, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the top prize of professional wrestling today, the NWL Championship. Your referee, Adam Kennedy. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of Yonkers, New York, weighing 240 pounds. He is the Mad King, Eddie Kingston!
Yeah, back up. He's the champ. Give him some space.
Quite the ovation for the Mad King.
And his opponent, from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing 191 pounds, representing the foundation, he is the reigning, defending NWL champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
I thought things were going to come to blows before this matchup, as we saw Jeremy Wyatt and Eddie Kingston had a face-to-face confrontation right before this matchup. Eddie Kingston says this is about legacy. This is about what they leave behind, and he wants to leave behind a legacy that includes the NWL Championship.
Yeah, I thought it was all disrespectful. I mean, you have Jeremy Wyatt back there talking to the fans, giving his thoughts on this match for that championship right there. And Eddie Kingston gets in his face and wants to start something backstage. I mean, come on, let's finish this in the ring. A little respect for the champion.
I don't think he was trying to start anything. If you notice, the Monarch didn't budge a muscle. He knows that this needs to be settled in the ring. I think Eddie Kingston's a hothead sometimes and just had some things he wanted to get off his chest.
Well, they definitely come from different walks of life. I mean, you have a New Yorker and a guy that was born and bred in Kansas City, Missouri. There's obviously cultural differences there. And I think we're going to see what kind of style comes out on top here. You have Jeremy Wyatt, who, like I said, is what I consider to be a chameleon in pro wrestling. Eddie Kingston, we'll see.
Well, let's not discount the fact that Eddie Kingston, although primarily a brawler, is known to be able to take it to the mat. And will he try that with one of the best mat technicians in the world in Jeremy Wyatt?
Look at
He's like, don't try that wrist lock stuff with me. Look at the hot head that is Eddie Kingston starting to fire up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a fighter versus a wrestler apparently at this point. Wyatt's trying to lock up. He doesn't want to. It's a punch.
Also, don't discount the fact, like you said at the beginning of this matchup, Jeremy Wyatt can brawl with the best of him. This guy is pretty inclined. Like you said, him and Michael Strider have spilled each other's blood in some of the most classic brawls that I've ever seen.
Oh, look at
that nice side headlock takeover.
You're absolutely right. It's interesting. Obviously, Jeremy in the foundation now, and he has had plenty of training in brawls with his foundation brothers now. Michael Strider, Ace Steel. I mean, he's had plenty of training for someone like Eddie Kingston at this point.
And don't forget, fans, later in this broadcast, the main event, Maverick takes on Gary J for the Spirit of the NWL title. What a jam-packed hour we have lined up for all the fans.
Back-to-back championship matches here. And look at that big shoulder block sends Wyatt to the outside. Kingston with that death stare on Wyatt as he goes outside to collect his thoughts.
Look at that. I saw him eyeballing one of those nice young fans at ringside. Probably wants to scare the bejesus out of him. Like, oh, look at this! Eddie Kingston out of nowhere with a tope suicida.
I was not expecting that. He's a big man, this Eddie Kingston, 240 plus pounds.
That was a direct flight from New York right into KC. What a giant tope suicida by the Mad King. Look at this. Beautiful Northern Lights suplex and only gets a 2 count. Are you going to take back what you said? That was a technical wrestling move with a beautiful bridge.
That was a fantastic move there, but I think Wyatt's just shocked right now at this point, stunned that he just got nailed.
Oh, look at that.
On the outside by a flying Kingston.
That was a reverse jawbreaker with the Monarch's head focusing on the neck, and we all know what that means. Once the Monarch focuses on the neck, he's softening up for that coronation pile driver.
Definitely, Jeremy Wyatt always knows how to work a body part. He knows how to go after one part in his match, continue to go after it, soften him up, and that's what he's going to attack. As you brought up, looks like he's going to go after that neck at this point. We've seen him take out the knee of Dak Draper. I mean, that is how wrestling is. You take a part and you beat it down until you get the victory.
Surgical-like precision on everything Jeremy Wyatt does once he softens. Look at that. Once he softens that body part up, he is going to attack until, like you said, he picks up that victory. Nice swinging neck breaker by the Monarch.
Eddie Kingston rolling to the apron. He's in pain. That shoulder, trapezius, neck, and look at that.
Standing on. You saw Eddie Kingston trying to shake some blood flow back into that, like you said, the trapezius muscle, the neck. All of that stuff is connected, and the Monarch knows that. And he's going to look to attack it right here on the outside of the ring. A vicious form right to the base of the spine.
Wyatt going to work now, man. But you know the fighter, the brawler's not going to put up with it.
Those Kobashi-like chops. Eddie Kingston idolizes Kenta Kobashi and loves to utilize those hard strikes that Kenta Kobashi famously used.
Not too sure. Has anyone checked that sleeve and glove? I mean, like, what's in there?
Stop it. Oh, yeah, it's a loaded sleeve and glove, I'm sure. He doesn't have enough power on
What's
his
the
own.
point?
Look at that vice, that neck crank by the Monarch, Jeremy.
Look at that.
Oh, he's biting his hand.
That's real technical.
That's a way to get out of that. And then the Monarch cuts him off with that elbow right to the trapezius muscle again.
Come on. Can't wait for this coronation on Eddie Kingston.
Look at that. Rolling neck snap by the Monarch.
No, here we go. Here's
Going
a cover.
for a cover, and Eddie Kingston rolls that right shoulder up.
The best at that snap in the neck like that was always Kurt Hennig. It was the best. And Jeremy Wyatt just did one right there.
A lot of similarities, actually, between the Monarch and Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Both men, maybe the most technically sound wrestlers in the entire business. And
I thought you were going to bring up the fact he can swish every basket and like throw a pass to himself and catch it. But yes, he's a good wrestler
one,
too.
Of course, yeah. Look at, oh man, a chop right to the quad. Eddie Kingston trying to find any opening he can to get a leg up on the Monarch. And the Monarch once again with that elbow strike to the base of the neck.
I don't know if Kingston was ready for this kind of, like you talked about, surgical attack. I mean, his neck is, I don't know if he came in here with any kind of pre-existing injury, but he's in pain.
Oh, hear those knife-edge chops.
Yeah, but that hurts him to even throw those.
Eddie Kingston's having a hard time mounting some offense here. Look at that once again. That neck breaker on the Mad King. And he goes to the ropes. He needs some space. He needs to create some space between himself and the Monarch, because if he keeps attacking this neck, it's only a matter of time before Wyatt picks up the victory. What agility by Jeremy Wyatt. Unbelievable. And that's why he is the NWL champion.
Springboarding out there, drop kick to the head. I mean, that was quite a distance at that point. Look at this.
Eyes on the Monarch. Oh, look at this. He's trying to go into that coronation pile driver. Eddie Kingston puts the brakes on. Wise move. There's that back brain kick. That ghetto blaster. All of Bad News Brown.
That's fitting.
Also from New York.
Absolutely right.
And one thing the Monarchs, what is he doing here? Is he gonna pile drive him on the apron? Jeremy Wyatt famously used that move as well. Look at this. Oh, reverse DDT on the apron.
Every time you think Kingston's getting a head up, Jeremy Wyatt's there to do something like that.
Look at that. I thought for sure Eddie Kingston, look at that. STO, nicely executed by the Mad King, trying to mount some offense. And look, you can see him holding his neck and shoulder again. I think there may be some serious damage there. The Monarch has been relentless against Eddie Kingston.
So we have both men down now. Adam Kennedy with the count up to 3, but yeah, Kingston keeps shrugging those shoulders. I mean, I don't know if he can feel, there's some nerve problems there. Can't feel anything in his fingertips. Come on, Wyatt.
Listen to those chops. Oh, man. Vicious knife-edge chops by Eddie Kingston. And no, that's not a loaded glove. I see the look in your eye.
Well, I'm just asking if Kennedy checked it. Oh, come on. And look, he's holding that left arm down there, grabbing his shorts, because I don't know if he can even feel that.
That misses that hard. Oh, look, belly-to-belly suplex overhead.
Basically
almost throws the Monarch outside of the ring and gets a 2 count.
Did you see that he only used his right arm to do that? Jeremy Wyatt has definitely accomplished what he wanted to do. He's worked over that left arm, that left shoulder, and it's helping him right now.
I wonder if that damage to that neck and shoulder will allow Eddie Kingston to land. Oh, look at that. A single leg drop kick right in the face. Could Eddie Kingston land that spinning back fist to the future, which is what he put Leo Hallett away with, and pick up the NWL championship? What would it be like having Eddie Kingston as the face of the NWL?
Well, the class level would go down about 5 notches, I'll tell you that.
Stop it.
You know, Jeremy Wyatt, since he's won this championship and then continued to beat everyone put in his way, like Dak Draper, soon to be like Eddie Kingston.
Whoa, what elevation right into the heart of the Mad King. No.
That big macho man elbow, look, here we go. Look at this.
What is he doing? Elbow strikes to that trapezius. He's got the rings of Saturn locked on. Oh my gosh, what a painful submission. Will Eddie Kingston give it up here tonight?
Pulling back those arms, that left shoulder has to be killing Eddie now.
All right, transitions into a crossface.
Come on,
Kingston
tap.
Desperate. That wasn't a tap, by the way. He's desperately trying to make it to the other rope here. And now rolls him over to that crucifix pin. Shoulders are down. Almost a 3 count.
Thought he had him there. Rings a Saturn into a crossface into that pinning combination. Oh, that's crazy. This guy brings out something new every match.
Jeremy Wyatt making this a wrestling match. And look at that. That Uranagi by Eddie Kingston. Can the Mad King put him away with that backdrop driver? Drove him right on his head.
Get up.
Is this it for the...
Get up!
No!
Goodness.
Almost got a 3 count. The Monarch so close to losing that NWL title.
Thought he had him. I mean, what a turnaround for Eddie Kingston. I mean, he is really fighting through pain. I'll give him credit on that. But Jeremy Wyatt, if you were a young wrestler and you want to see what's happened and how to become a great wrestler, this guy's offense, Jeremy Wyatt, continues to get better and better, Ben, and you don't give him enough credit.
Oh, look at that. He blocks that spinning back fist to the future and a sickening DDT. Oh, what is it? I thought he was going for a cover here. Look at this. Fisherman's Buster after that DDT. Now goes for the cover. Hooks the leg, too. And the Mad King kicks out.
Thought he had him there.
This is a great match. This is only the second match of NWL TV. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through the third one because we still got Maverick versus Gary J for the spirit of the NWL title.
I cannot wait for Maverick to finally fold Gary J in half and to take him out permanently. But we'll see what happens. Come on, Wyatt is just stalking his prey right now. Eddie Kingston is down. He's not even moving really. Is he sleeping?
You know, I've seen a lot of Eddie Kingston matches from his time in Chicago to all over the world, and I've never seen him in this kind of predicament. Oh, look, and there's that spinning back fist to the future, but Adam Kennedy is down. He got an errant strike.
Wyatt was just throwing his arms around and hit Adam Kennedy, and he is down.
The crowd
the Strider!
We should have had a new champion there, but Adam Kennedy was down.
There's Michael Strider. Come on, Strider, help him.
Of course, Michael Strider using this to his advantage and the Foundation's advantage. He grabs.
This is teamwork.
Oh, look at that, the Strider spiral.
Yes.
And I don't think Eddie Kingston he's lifeless.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go.
Has him set up for that coronation. He got spiked right on top of his head. Unbelievable. Michael Strider, that dirty rat. And Adam Kennedy comes 2, 2, and 3, and that's it. The Monarch retains the NWL Championship. What a match.
Wrestling fans, your winner, and still NWL champion,
the record books,
the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
For the record books, there'll be an asterisk next to this victory because of the assist by Michael Strider.
What a match. What a victory. I don't know what you're talking about. Strider came in and helped a little, whatever. He was well on his way to victory, and he is still your NWL champion. And I'm pretty sure, knowing Eddie Kingston the way I do, that he's not going to have a lot of good things to say about Michael Strider at this point.
Now Michael Strider he's going to have a huge target on his back. Folks, we'll be right back here on NWL TV.
Look at, hey Ben, like Eddie Kingston, he's needing help to get out of the ring. What's going on here?
Something's wrong with Eddie Kingston. Somebody needs, he's having trouble moving. That coronation pile driver spiked him right on top of his head.
Come on. Now he's moving his arm, so he's fine. Obviously needing some help and some assistance. That's what happens when you get that pile driver from Jeremy Wyatt.
What an effort by Eddie Kingston, wrestling fans. Show him some support here.
Wonder if he got a stinger after that coronation pile driver. This is pretty serious here. I mean, I know, you like to talk a lot of stuff about the people that go against the Monarch, but hopefully Eddie Kingston will be okay.
Well, he obviously was, from early on in this match, looked like he was in pain on that left side. So, pile driver obviously compressing that spine and his shoulders. I mean,
this is what happens. I can't get a fair thing. That dude, what's his name? Get away from me. Get away from me.
Hey, whoa,
Everyone get away
hey.
from me. I'll break all your faces. Is that what happens? Is that what happens?
Hey, I didn't send him out there.
What happened?
I didn't
Who
send
sent them out? Who sent them out?
Not me.
I put you guys over. I drew you with camera. I put you guys over on Twitter
hey.
and all that. Shut your mouth. I don't even know you that well. I'll break your jaw.
Hey, stop.
All right, pretty boy, I'll break your jaw. It's a man's game. I'll break your jaw. Huh? Is that what happens? You called this dude out?
No.
Did I get a stinger?
Hey, security.
I gotta get security. I gotta make money.
Kingston, come on, let's go.
Get on, come on, come and grab me. Come and grab me and say I won't swing.
Come on.
Say I won't swing. Stop looking at me stupid, boy.
Come on.
I come in here, I get a stinger trying to help you guys out.
Hey.
I want that dude. What's his name? Strider? Yeah, I want him. You want the Mad King? You want the kid that's get kicked out? You want the kid who Jeff don't okay me? You want the kid out? You want the kid that Jeff terrified? Next time I'm here. Next time I'm here. Back, don't touch me. No, none of you touch me. None of you shut your mouth. You don't know what's worth nothing.
Come on, Eddie.
Shut up, man. Leave me alone, man. Damn it.